Okay, guys, I got this is the one of these has the top rail that goes across, and then the other one is for the bottom. And then I got to do a lot of cutting because I've got these are oak, some of these are oak and pine, those are pine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to. I gotta go through and cut a lot of these to make sure they're got straight cuts on either side, so I can butt them up to each other. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I've got to. I got my makeshift sawhorse here. Set the board up here, stuff like that. You make a line and then you start cutting. So, alrighty. This is gonna take a while, so let me get at it. Hey guys, well, I've been cutting some wood here. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 4 boards cut already, with a couple of interruptions from people. And then I gotta measure this one and cut the sides off. All that is pine. This, what I'm cutting right now, is oak. And whatever strips of oak that come off, I cut up in smaller pieces, and I'm going to use it for firewood tonight. Like, this is a piece of oak. That's a piece of oak. So the little shit that's oak and maple, I'll cut up for firewood and stuff like this. This is an oak piece. I can run this through the planer to get this side a little bit more flattened. Run that side through the planer to get it smoothed out. And then that would be like a good wall hanger, Put a clock face up here with the clock mechanism that comes all the way down, and you can see the pendulum or whatever you want to call them that go back and forth. You could have the big face right here, and then you can have the thing come down here and have it go back and forth, or whatever. You could put a clock up here, and then I can use the router and make a channel in here and stick a smaller piece of oak inside that and glue it. And then you could put like a little you could put your candles across there, or your little trinkets across there, and then you'd have your clock up here, and then it'd be hanging on the wall, Little stuff like that people don't think about, but yeah, there's a lot of little things you can make out of wood that's, like this. So what I was going to show you is, on this board, my fence is going to be 9 foot tall. Usually privacy fences are 6 foot. This is going to be 9 because the street is higher than where I'm standing at. So you want it to where if a SUV drives by, you can't see the SUV when it drives by here from where I'm standing at. So my driveway kind of goes up at an angle. So got to make it 9 foot tall. Anyways, what I was saying is, when you go and buy rust sawn lumber or even slab wood, if you got a big old planer like I do, a big old 18-inch industrial planer like I do, you can take slab wood you know, like this. This is one side of the log. And you can see where the log part is. All you'd have to do, you can turn this into a nice piece of board. All you'd have to do is run it through the planer about 6-7 times to make it flat, but then it will get thinner as you go. But yeah, you can run, so you can buy a whole trailer load of slab wood for like $150, a dump trailer load or something, and they'll bring you out a huge pile of mixed hard and soft. And yeah, all you do is you just take a nice piece of oak or maple that's thick enough, and you pull it out of the pile, and you just start saving what you want to save and burn what you want to burn. And then you take all the stuff that you saved and take it to the somebody that, like me, that's got a big old planer, and then they can make boards out of the slab wood for you. You know, they'll have to charge a little bit, of course, but they'll take that slab wood and turn it into lumber. So that's something to think about too, you know. Alrighty, I gotta get back to work. What I was gonna show you guys here, sorry I got off track and stuff. When you get a piece of slab wood and you flip it over like this, see, I cut this piece off right here because I was trying to get knife wood out of it and you couldn't do it, so I had to make a 6-footer. Anyways, you cut this piece off, and then you look at it and you're like, how am I gonna get a board out of this, because this is rough cut still, and that's got a weird angle. Well, take a straight board like I do right here, and wherever it comes to right here, like this curve right here, what you do is you just pop that up there like that, and then you just kind of eyeball it a little bit, you know, and then you take your tape measure like this, and then you come up here, and then this would be, this top of this straight piece would be the edge of the board right here, the flat piece of the board. So you measure off that piece, and then you measure all the way over to here, and then you look at your next rotten piece or your next side piece, and you can see that this piece comes right up to there. So what I need to do is I will take a pencil and I will come up to here and mark it, so you can get 9.5 inch wide board out of this. And then you come down here and you mark 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Or what I do is I take my pencil, put it up there to where it's gonna be at, and what I'll do is I will just scribe it like this. All the way down. Then I'll move my board out of the way a minute. Then I will take my tape measure and go like this and say, okay, there's 9.5 right there. And then you come down here where that one spot, where that one bad spot is. So it was right here. So you go from there to over to here, 9.5. So this is going to be a 9.5 inch wide board. So what I will do is I will bring this back down, measure over 9.5, mark it, mark it, mark it, mark it, mark it, mark it, then bring this over, line up the dots, and then make your line. Then I'll do one cut halfway up on this side, one cut halfway up on this side, flip it around, finish the cut, throw it in the pile, and then get the next one. Alrighty. Hey guys, you see this one? See what I'm talking about? The sides. So you look down it, you think, okay, well, you go to your closest piece right here. And you measure right up to the edge of that where it's flat. And then you measure over here. 9-inch wide board. That's how wide this board's going to be usable. 9 inches wide. So, a piece of wood up here again. Bring it here. And this is right at the edge. Take your tape measure. Okay. Then take your pencil. And just let me move this over. Then we cut along that line. Then we'll take our tape measure, we'll bring it over to here. You know, when this is cut, take your tape, you come over here. So we'll be able to get a 9-inch wide board because of, you know, you go here. 9-inch wide board. So I'm gonna cut that, measure it over, mark it in spots, put this up there, draw my line, cut this side, then cut the board at 9 foot, throw it in the pile, go grab another one. Oh, hey guys, I'm done for the day. It's 5 o'clock. It's getting darker out. Got a bunch more boards cut. This one has to be trimmed up. Got some more boards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's probably 12 boards right there. And I still got to trim all of that stuff. And then I got to trim this long. There's, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak ones there that I have to trim up. Plus I got to trim these up tomorrow. So, alrighty. You guys have a good night. Stay warm.